Many popular sci-fi books, movies, and other media entertain the idea of artificial intelligence destroying the world. While these are obviously exaggerated for dramatic effect, it's extremely clear that generative AI is causing huge issues in our world today. AI negatively affects so many things such as education, the environment, and even art. To understand why generative AI is such an issue, you first have to understand exactly what AI is and the differences between traditional and generative AI. According to MIT X Pro, traditional AI is reactive, focused on processing and analyzing data to provide predictions or insights. In contrast, generative AI is proactive, capable of creating something new using learned data patterns. Examples of traditional AI include devices like Siri or Alexa, as well as traditional search engines like Google Search, not Google Gemini. Generative AI programs, however, have been created and popularized much more recently and are much more expansive. Think ChatGPT, Google Gemini, or Meta AI. But the fact that generative AI can do more does not necessarily mean that it does not have major downsides. Firstly, since generative AI does so much more, it uses so much more energy and resources compared to traditional AI. This extreme use of energy and electricity releases an excess of carbon dioxide, polluting the atmosphere, and in order to cool down the computers used in AI data centers, a large amount of water is used, wasting water, a resource that is so greatly needed in so many places around the world. According to MIT News, researchers have estimated that a ChatGPT query consumes about 5 times more electricity than a simple web search. Secondly, AI is damaging education. When I was in lower school, it was reinforced many times by teachers that Wikipedia should be never used for research projects. The reason for this is that Wikipedia can be edited and the sources that the information comes from may not always be accurate. But something that Wikipedia does very well is cite its sources, meaning that the sources can be checked. However, AI models, like not all AI models, namely ChatGPT, cite their sources. This means that the information is not guaranteed to be reliable, and the only way to check reliability is to find reliable sources and compare, making using the AI in the first place nearly pointless. But most students using ChatGPT will not be doing this because they're trying to save time. This means that they are often simply copying and pasting work straight from the AI itself. This is considered plagiarism because ChatGPT is technically a source, and even if it is creating an entirely new sentence, using that source without citing it is plagiarism. Plagiarism is so disliked not only because it is morally wrong, but because it does not allow students to learn to create their own work. This means that by using AI, students will not be learning nearly as much as they should on an assignment. Lastly, AI is negatively affecting artists everywhere because of the rise of AI art. Unlike man-made art, AI looks at examples of already existing art and meshes it together to follow a prompt. Many artists consider this stealing of art because if a person were to do this, people will be outraged at them for copying or tracing art. AI art, because of its ability to create realistic art from any prompt, can also spread a lot of misinformation, making it an even larger issue. So, how would the world benefit from less use of AI? To clarify, I'm not asking for a total removal of AI everywhere, because there are fields of work where AI can be helpful. What I think is the biggest issue is personal use of AI, which I find is, in most cases, unnecessary. If less people use AI for things such as schoolwork and art, they will be able to learn to better understand how to do those skills and will have the benefit of a lower carbon footprint. I'm not saying using less AI will completely fix the world because issues like climate change and lack of education come from so many other factors, but even doing this minor change of using less AI can help to improve the world. So if you find someone near you using AI, encourage that person to stop and remind them of the harm that they are causing to themselves, others, and the environment.